Norm Wamer, ESPN 106.5 The Ticket, and I'm here at Yark, and it is Brian Alexander who is with me at Yark, and what we're going to show you is we're going to show you what I get to drive for the next few weeks, and it is a 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is an all-new design 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Has a lot of great things, but still has that old Jeep attitude that a lot of people have come to know and love. Of course, Norm, every Jeep you see coming down the road going to have that staple of that 7-slot grille, something that Jeep is very proud of with their heritage, stands for the 7 continents that Jeep has driven on and also conquered. So the new Grand Cherokee has 2 different engine types. You have your 3.6 liter V6 engine, flex fuel engine, and also has 290 horsepower with 260 pounds of foot torque. But this particular one that you get to drive has the world known Chrysler best V8 5.7 liter Hemi, 360 horsepower, and definitely going to give you a lot of power. When you're riding down that street, you can get that past anybody if you want to. No. Because this is a 4x4, definitely going to give you your 4-wheel disc anti-locking brakes, so that way you can stop on or off road. And with that 4x4 system, if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to do anything. It's an automatic input, but I'll also show you how you can change for different road conditions or different weather conditions once we get inside.
And heaven knows we've had all of them lately.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, with the Jeep Grand Cherokee, it's going to make sure that you have a lot of different safety features. But one of the great things about it is the electronic stability control. Also requires no driver input, but it's monitoring as you're driving. So if one tire begins to do something that it's not supposed to, it'll either kick in that 4-wheel drive, apply the anti-locking brakes, or even throttle down the engine, so that way you can stay in your intended path, keeping you nice and safe.
Yeah, I've driven with that before, and I can't tell you how much. Not only does it help, but it also makes you feel safer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one great thing about the new Jeep is you really don't need to take the key out of your pocket anymore. You can put this key in your pocket and leave it there, because as you walk up to the vehicle and you're ready to get in, all you have to do, Norm, is grab the door handle, and that's how you unlock the vehicle.
And the best part of this, trust me on this, is that you cannot lock your keys in the car.
You cannot, because if you decided you wanted to get out of the car with the keys and you try to lock it, the car will beep at you and say, hey, you're leaving me behind. When you get into the back, Norm, these doors make it a lot easier for people to get in and out, and also load cargo in and out. They open almost a full 90 degrees, so that way it makes everything a lot simpler. On this year's model, as opposed to last year's model, it opened up a little bit more leg room, so that way it's easier to get in, easier to sit in. When you need to take some things on the go with the SUV, everybody knows it happens. Easy to lay those seats flat. That way you can get the cargo space that you need. You just pull on that lever and they'll go right flat flush to the floor. 60-40 split, so you can do both sides, not just one.
And for everybody too, most of the time you don't need anything like that, but for the few times that you do, you are grateful that you got it.
Definitely comes in handy when you do need that. Changed from older models, Chrysler has now put the spare tire underneath the vehicle. Now, trying to get this spare tire could be a little difficult while holding this, so they thought of everything. You can actually clip that up there. Nice. That way you can still work with your hands, pull the tools out, and get that tire right out of there. These trays are also great for storage, and then you can also use them pretty much for anything you would like. If you ever decide to tow anything with the 2 engines, you have a couple different towing capacities. Starting with the V6, over last year's model could tow up to 3,500 pounds. With the new and improved engine, it can now tow up to 5,000 pounds on the V6. Being that you have a Hemi here, that can actually tow up to 7,200 pounds with the 4x4, so that way you can pretty much pull anything. If you have your boat, you're ready to go fishing, ready to go to the lake, you're ready to go, and it won't have a problem taking that with you.
And I also see on top of this too that these get better gas mileage than the ones did last year.
It actually does, yes sir. On the V6, it improves that gas mileage by 11%, and the great thing about the Hemi is people want the power, but they're not worried about the times when they don't need the power. Going with the Hemi, it actually has the ability to drop down the 4 cylinders when you're just cruising down the highway or when you're not pushing that pedal and trying to accelerate.
So that'll save on gas mileage right there.
Definitely will. Why don't we go ahead and hop in here so that way I can show you how the inside looks.
All right, let's do it and take a look. Now this is where we get to all the fun gadgets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And keeping up with keeping that key in your pocket, why don't you go ahead and put your foot on the brake for me here and push that start button over there off to the side. Making it a little bit easier to start your vehicle, not having to worry about trying to find your keys when you can't find them in the right pocket. Now, first thing you'll notice when you start the vehicle is your stereo system here. You have the Uconnect system, which gives you not only your touchscreen radio, which plays your CDs, and then your radio stations, but it also has it's a hard drive based system where you can store MP3s. You can actually store over 3,000 songs on the hard drive system, and you'll play those right from there. Standard on the Grand Cherokee is going to be your dual climate control, so that way you can kind of set the temperature on your side. I can set it on my side, and then for those cold winter months, it is going to have the heated seats, which heats your bottom and your lower back, making sure you're comfortable in this vehicle as you go. Also, a great thing about this whole Uconnect system, Norm, is that you can plug in if you have a Bluetooth ready phone, you can program it so that way you can talk on your phone while driving and not have to worry about safety reasons. You can actually keep the phone in your cup holders, and the call will come through your car stereo speakers.
Don't have to fumble with anything.
Exactly, and that is your 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Great vehicle.
That is awesome, and I've never driven a Cherokee, but know the reputation and cannot wait to be able to drive this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're definitely going to love it.
All right, Brian, thank you so much.
No problem.